The Bible is hate speech. A Finnish member of parliament was acquitted for the second time yesterday of charges stemming from a biblical verse she shared on social media. NTD's Daniel Monahan spoke with her after the verdict.
It all began with a tweet back in 2019. Finnish parliament member Päivi Räsänen had expressed her disappointment that the Finnish state church had decided to support a Helsinki Pride event.
I took a photo from the Bible, from the first chapter of Romans, where Apostle Paul teaches about same-sex couples and talks about sin, and asked that how does this fit to this decision, what the church leadership has done.
The physician, parliament member, and grandmother was put on trial for hate speech. The charges filed under the War Crimes and Crimes Against Humanity section of the Finnish Criminal Code.
The prosecutor in your case said you can cite the Bible, but your opinion and interpretation about the Bible verses are criminal. What's your reaction to that?
When I was a minister of interior, and also I was in charge of church affairs at that time, there was a Chinese minister visiting in Finland, and we had a discussion about the freedom of faith and freedom of religion. And he said about the same words. He said that in China you can believe in your heart and in your mind, whatever, but you can't express this. And now I heard the same from the Finnish prosecutor in court.
Räsänen says the bishops in the state church are quite liberal-minded, and she feels that LGBT advocates have deeply impacted the church and its policies. The parliament member explains what she finds most worrying about this.
The church undermines people's trust on the Bible, and then it's not only about marriage or sexuality or gender, it is also about salvation. If people do not believe in Bible, how can they trust on the good news of gospel?
Räsänen emphasizes that all people are valuable.
We are all created as the image of God, but we all are also sinners, and we are in need of grace.
The parliament member is calling on those in Western countries to protect their rights.
It is time to fight and to defend these freedoms, freedom of speech and freedom of faith. It is also time to be open about your convictions, about your faith, and to use these freedoms, because the most dangerous consequence of this kind of processes is the self-censorship. It has a silencing effect.
Räsänen was unanimously acquitted by the Finnish Court of Appeals. Prosecutors could still try to take the case to the Supreme Court of Finland for a third and final decision. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.